So next participant is Keerit Kaur. So Keerit is presenting a presentation and a speech on Sikh Bibian. So Sikh women, what is the role of Sikh women in our community and what was their history? So let's welcome Keerit Kaur.
ਸਟੇਜ ਤੇ ਭਲਾਈ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ
Hello, my name is Keerit and today I'm going to be talking about 5 Sikh women in history. Status of women. It is generally said that the state of development of a society can be judged by the status of a woman in it. A woman that performs a number of roles in family, community, and a wider social system. Sikhism accords high status to women. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, "Sekyo manda akhiya jit jamme rajan." So why call her bad? From her, kings are born. The Sikh gurus held women equal to men in every field of life. Role of women. The role of a woman is to be a good mother, sister, friend, wife, and or daughter. In the past, women were housewives, whereas men were focused on work and providing for the family. Being a mother or a wife is a full-time job, backbone of society, and the role of a woman in the development of a society is of utmost importance. Now I'm going to be talking about 5 women. Bibian. Bibian was the older sister of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the daughter of Mehta Kalyan and Mata Tripta. She was born in 1464 in Dera Jahal, modern-day Lahore, Pakistan. Bibian was the first disciple of Guru Nanak, and so she is considered one of the prominent women in Sikh history. Bibian was the first to recognize that Nanak was not an ordinary child, but a man of God. She was the first follower of Guru Nanak, and she stood between Nanak and her parents when they got mad at him, and she told them to recognize the true worth of Guru Nanak. The Guru's love for her sister is referred in most touching terms in some of the Sakhis. A sister's love for a brother is a prominent perennial theme of Punjabi folklore. There are many stories on Nanaki's deep and devoted affection for her brother, Nanak. 5 years older than Guru Nanak, she was the first to recognize his spiritual eminence and to become his devotee. She protected Nanak from their father's wrath when he repeatedly disappointed and angered him. She treated her brother like God and played an important role in the mission of Guru Nanak. She has a special place in Sikh history, and she played an important role in the spread of Sikhism. Mata Keerit Kaur. Born in 1506, Mata Keerit Kaur was the second Guru, Guru Angad Dev Ji's wife. Sikhism is about social justice and equality, which is seen through the institution of Langar. Langar is the community kitchen of Gurdwara, serving you free food no matter race, gender, ethnicity, etc. It was started over 500 years ago by a Sikh woman, Mata Keerit Kaur. In the Guru Granth Sahib, it is written, "Balwand Keevi Nek Jan Jis Bhati Chhaw Partali Langar Dyalat Vandiya Ras Amrit Kheer Khayali." This line describes Mata Keerit Kaur as a noble woman who provides shelter to all, and the kheer is described as sweet ambrosia. Today, every Gurdwara in the world continues the tradition of serving langar. Mata Gujri Ji. Mata Gujri Ji was the wife of the 9th Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and the mother of the 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Mataji was brought up in the consciousness of the Guru's light. She fulfilled her parents' aspiration of serving the path of the Guru beyond their expectations by growing into a perfect role model of grace, strength, persistence, and sacrifice. As a wife, she supported Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji when he was in deep meditation for years, again when he was on his missionary tour, and finally, when the Guru left to make his supreme sacrifice. After Guru Tegh Bahadur's martyrdom, she and her brother, Kirpal Chand, had the responsibility of managing affairs of the Panth. She organized the langar and played an important role as the administrator of the army. As a mother, she moulded the father of the Khalsa, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, raising him as a single mother after the death of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. When Mataji and the Sahibzadis were arrested and confined to Sirhind Fort, and the children were summoned to appear in the court each day, she kept on urging them to remain steadfast in their faith. She constantly reminded the Sahibzadis that their grandfather and great-grandfather had both sacrificed their lives to strengthen the ideals of Guru Nanak. Her support of her grandsons played an important role in Sikhism that, as Sikhs, we probably owe our existence to her. It was due to her role that the 7 and 9-year-old children did not budge from their beliefs and attained martyrdom. If the Sahibzadis had accepted Islam on that winter day, Sikhi probably wouldn't exist as it does today. Mata Sulakhani Ji. Mata Sulakhani Ji teaches us how to be strong as an individual and how to become the strength of our family. Mataji was blessed to be the wife of the first Sikh Guru, Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Mataji lived up to her role as Guruji's wife and set an example for all Sikh women to come. Mataji was amongst the first women in her time to create her own identity and not just live a life where she did everything she was told. Guru Nanak Dev Ji preached and taught equality, and Mataji lived it. Mataji was not afraid to talk to her sister-in-law about missing her husband a lot when he was gone, and complained also at times. She didn't take things the way they were given to her. Mataji was independent enough to take whatever decisions needed to keep her family united and in harmony. She was independent but understanding. When things were explained to her by Guruji, she understood them, and she didn't blindly follow, but she didn't needlessly question either. Mai Bhaggo. From a young age, Mai Bhaggo was taught how to ride a horse, how to fight and kill, and also how to become a devoted Sikh. After Jali Mukte left battle, she was the one to convince them to return. She ordered her husband to stay home and take care of the house while she rode into battle herself. Mai Bhaggo wanted to defend an entire way of life that had been created over 240 years, a life where equality, freedom, and social justice mattered. Upon hearing about the Jali Mukte, she rode to every nearby city and convinced the local women to refuse them hospitality. She rounded up a group of women to take up the arms of the Mukte's place, telling the 40 to either stay behind and look after the children or sack up and fight. Suitably ashamed by this, the Jali Mukte had a change of heart. Mai Bhaggo was the only Sikh survivor of that battle, and she became the personal bodyguard of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. Her bravery and her strength turned the tide in one of the most critical and climatic points in Sikh history. This is a unique episode where the crucial leadership of one Sikh helped save the Guru. Without the intervention of this one brave woman, Mai Bhaggo, who knows how Sikh history would now be written. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Keerit. That was a very informative and shows how much of a prominent role our Sikh Bibis have had in our